I think I would say for the application process, going through it and everything, I would say really, put your personality in it and try to let that show as much through the essays and just, all of your accomplishments and things like that. You really want to emphasize the best part of you and who you really are as a person.
The colleges are very confusing, and I applied to 11 schools and they all have their different systems and their different requirements for the applications, and Nicole and Heather made it really easy to get it all done and to create a timeline, and so it was really helpful to have them keeping me on track the whole time.
Also getting a lot done over the summer was really helpful because I remember all my friends were talking about how they hadn't done any of their Common App stuff, and they hadn't done any of their essays or any of their UC essays, and I had all mine basically finished, or I only had to just do grammar errors or stuff like that, but no one had started yet, and it was the beginning, it was September and I was all done basically, but it was just really helpful to have somebody there along the way to do it with you.
I kept up on my my deadlines pretty well, so when I started my senior year it wasn't that stressful, which was really nice because I had a lot of friends who didn't even start their applications until October, and so it felt good to have all that stuff done and all my essays done before the meat and potatoes of senior year started, so that was really nice.
I started emailing coaches around my sophomore year, and that seems really early to start talking to them because you're only a sophomore, and they'll ask for your grades and stuff, and so you don't have a lot to show them, but it's really good to start that back and forth communication. They know you're interested, they know about you, they'll recognize you if you email them again, especially if you want them to see you in showcases. So definitely starting that process early is important because you will soon learn it's kind of a lot to do.
Well, Nicole always had a bunch of stuff that I just had to follow, and I think as long as I did that and had everything on time, by the time I came in here to do my appointments and whatever, I always felt I was 10 steps ahead of everybody else, which was really important because during the school year you're going to be going through school and everything else, and then you're going to be stressed out and you don't want to have 100 applications to do on top of that. So I think getting it done in the summer, or a big majority of it in the summer, is super cool.
Okay, so I went to Poly, and now I'm going to go to San Diego State this next upcoming semester, and I'm really excited to go, and I'm really grateful for the whole college process because it made everything a lot less stressful and a lot less for me to worry about, because I had somebody there along the way helping me and always sending reminders if I missed something, or there's a deadline coming up, your application's due tomorrow, you better turn that in if you haven't turned it in yet.
I was so nervous about not getting in places, but then it really, what happens, and it's for a reason, and so I think to go with it is really your best option. You kind of go with your gut feeling, and that's what Nicole and Heather really helped me with, at least, just kind of deciding what I really wanted, and talking it through with someone really definitely helped a lot.
So I visited Boston one time before I knew I wanted to apply there. It appealed to me a lot because it was across the country, which was something that I was looking for, and it just really impressed me. I definitely recommend trying to visit the schools before you apply to them, because it does help you kind of narrow things down.
I think that's important too. I think you should definitely visit the school if you can, because I think it makes a difference being on campus and trying to see if you can see yourself there, because obviously I went on the campus and I was oh, this is nice, but now that I go there and it's just oh my gosh, I remember when I was here and touring and all that.
After you've been admitted to schools, definitely try and go visit your top two or three schools. I went back to Boston after I'd been admitted, but before the May 1st SIR deadline. So I got to see the dorms and ask myself can I actually live here? Can I survive here by myself with my parents all the way across the country? And it really boosted my confidence and made me fall in love with the city and the school a lot more.
Essay writing, be patient about writing your essays. The topics are kind of weird and you may look at it for hours like I did, and you're I don't even know what I'm supposed to write about this. They're vague and they want you to talk about yourself. So just be patient with those. Nicole will help you just kind of let it flow. A big brain dump is always useful when you're writing your essays. So when you read the prompt and kind of think what it invokes in you, what you think about right away when you read it, and put it down on paper, and eventually something will come out and it will be good and you will be done. But just be patient with that.
It was really fun when I started getting accepted into schools and people were all like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting, you got into that school, it's such a great school or whatever, and I was like, yeah, it is exciting.
Probably my biggest recommendation is to just keep your mind open. I know that there's I definitely had my dream schools and that I've had like my mind set on since like my freshman year and when I started doing like college tours and stuff. But just keeping your mind open on your major and what school you're going to is very important, because I think it'll make you happier.
It's really exciting when you are done and you know you put the work in, and then like you get results as well.